One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yeah. Thought you was riding. Thought you was 10 toes down. It's cool though. The unit thought the big moment, that's what fake ones be do. Soon as opportunity came knocking on the door, you ain't even hesitate, you just went and asked for more. You ain't look back once, you went your own. Ain't bitter, ain't no salt to spill. You just lit a fire, man, you just made the focus real. This up, full court, pressing, I ain't letting up. Put myself first, I'm filling my own cup. No empathy, no sympathy, I'm on my purpose. Y'all just flaky people, man, you make me nervous. I ain't mad, I'm motivated, time to run a score. Yeah, I'm locked in, man, I'm kicking down the door. You thought that burn would stop me, man, you got it backwards. You just gave me fuel, man, I'm moving only faster. I ain't got no time for what if lovers. If you ain't with vision first, now the curse of self first. I'm filling my own cup. No desire, I just look ahead. Every promise that I made to myself is fed. All focus, all gas, I ain't gotta brag. I don't care about your feelings or your new mistake. You made your choice, and now I'm making my own. Back is all I earn, so I'm holding it down. I'm the one I trust, turning all the betrayal right in the dust. Watch me build an empire while you watch me from the side. Should've stayed down, man, you should've learned to ride. Full court present. All focus, all out. No sympathy. Yeah. Locked in. Purpose.
Today, I'm just going to start off with this little bit of disclaimer. I checked my upload speed. It is not the greatest right now. So if we have a little lagging and stuff like that, please forgive me. You know, I can only do so much. I cannot control some things, right? I mean, I guess I could, but it's going to be what it's going to be, all right? Welcome. We are going to be diving more into building out this speech coaching app. We're going to be diving more into the analysis portion, using AI to analyze our speech patterns, see how that's going to work. We have the transcribe plugged in. We need to get to the next step. So that's what we're going to do. Before we jump into that though, I'm going to give you the final update, because what we did on Thursday and what I did in between that, it was an absolute mess. So I'm going to break down how I was able to fix it, the craziness, and show you that it is actually working the right way. And I already sent it to do it for Windows. I have tested on this Mac. I need to make one final installation on my other Mac to make sure that it's working there. And then we should be golden. And I'm going to put that up for now, because there's not much else that I need to add at the moment for it. But maybe in the future, if we get some additional ideas, but we can officially say that my TechOTruff's first official native OBS plugin is complete. But before we do any of that, you know that I have to look out for my people. That was loud. I look out for my people. And I want to welcome everyone in, new and old, whether you have just recently subscribed. This is the place to win. All right. We focus here on growth, winning, running it up, being successful, not successful speaking wise, but successful action wise and result wise. All right. Because I've seen some people going back and forth about smart. What does it mean to quote unquote be smart and intellectual? And for me personally, I am results driven. Show me your receipts. Well, I got mentioned in some paper. Okay. Show me the receipts. Show me the results. I don't care for my name to be mentioned in a place. I want to win. I want to win. All right. So So we here on this channel, we focus on getting the results, on winning, and we focus on ourselves. I don't see a group of people working. I see myself working. When I'm looking into this camera, I see myself. So I'm focusing on how I'm going to work, how I'm going to move. Because if I win and you win, then we are winning together. But I am not. I repeat, I am not going to drag anyone along with me. You can either win with me or as DJ Khaled says, you can watch me win and you can watch us win, those who are working together, but no stragglers, no leechers, no moochers on this team. All right. We all are putting in the same amount of effort or more. And we compete against each other. We push each other to be better. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Let's leave it at that. All right. So first and foremost, welcome to every new person. Thank you for every subscription that we get. I want to say that I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I truly, truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
We have so much things going on this channel. We have our live streams Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. Should I say Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays? Whatever. Where we're building the speech app. We're building our time cost calculator. We're building different plugins. So this coming Thursday, we're going to be working on our Stream Deck plugin, right? We're working on so many different things. Next year, we're going to be focusing a little bit more on the testing for AI, going back to our AI agent engineering, and maybe even dive into machine learning platform engineering. More to that in a little bit, right? But we are always looking forward. We are always focusing where is the next move so that we are not the ones who are complaining about, oh my God, AI is going to take all the jobs. No, let us be the ones who are taking all of the AI jobs. We are facilitating the AI, right? So that's our focus, our direction for 2026, which actually started 6 months ago, right? But you know how we do. You know how we do. A big shout out to all of my tech barbarians, my Patreon members, those that I work with one-on-one, those who join me for Vibe Code and Chill, those who enjoy the additional information, the plugins that I'm building, the Google Slides that I'm sharing, the roadmaps that I'm providing. All of you guys, the way that you guys work, our one-on-one calls, our meetups, all of that stuff. By you guys making the time, the extra time to be there, that is why we don't cry, we don't complain, we just win, because we are the very, very best.
We the best.
All right. And lastly, shout out to my tech mercenaries, the YouTube channel members who allow this channel to go across the entire world. And soon we're gonna be broadcasting to the moon, to the space station, to Mars, as far as we can reach. All right. And that is all due to our tech mercenaries. All right. So shout out to you guys. Let's go out there and get it.
Let's get it.
All right. Quick announcements. Tomorrow we're going to have Candid Conversations. We're going to be talking about some things that comes up in coaching calls, right? Resume quality, project quality, GitHub quality. And I'm going to break it down to you how, as an interviewer, how we look at your resume, your GitHub projects, all of that, so you can make the necessary tweaks, the necessary adjustments, the necessary mindset shifts, so that you are not crying, complaining, saying, I'm getting ghosted and no one's reaching out to me. Well, maybe, just maybe, you might be a little boring. You might be a little boring.
How dare you?
You might not be an exciting resume or GitHub, right? So that's why I'm going to be sharing that information with you tomorrow. How to make your resume stand out more, how to have valuable things in your GitHub, how to speak, how to communicate, how to control the narrative in an interview, right? Tomorrow, Candid Conversation, noon Eastern time. We're going to be going live on Tuesday. We're going to be working more on our time cost calculator, adding additional features, additional tests, all of that next. But that is about all the announcements for today. Oh, we do have a Scrum Night tonight at 6 p.m. inside of the Patreon, techwithdrop.dev. Check it out. Lots of information. The machine learning platform engineer video that's coming out on Tuesday. I'm going to have the slides and the roadmap inside of the Patreon as well, available for free 99. All right. So I look forward to seeing you there and everywhere. All right. So, is it? That's it. Let me see. We got my guy Junior in the building. Hits us with the what's up, family. Shout out to my guy Junior, as always. Always here, always present, supporting and learning and collaborating. Junior is truly, truly a blessing to have. Junior says, what's up, coach? What's good with you? Hopefully I know you are, but you know, I have to say it anyways. Hopefully you're having an amazing, amazing Sunday, amazing weekend, a beautiful week to come. I know that. Right link. What's new should be, you should be able to copy in live stream URLs. You should be able to copy in the shortcut, like when you do the share URL, and you should be able to copy in short URLs as well, like YouTube Shorts URLs. You should be able to copy all of those in, and this should work. And I did fix the if you have long video titles, that should work. If I sent you the right link, though, that's only if I sent you the right link. Also, all right, so since Junior's asking, let's just jump right into it. Let's jump into it, right? So. Final review of the completed OBS YouTube plugin, where they do that at, right? We do it here. We do it here on the Tech Coach Ralph channel because we work so hard every single day trying to save costs, trying to optimize, building our own products, using our own products. The past few weeks, what I've built, OBS plugin. I use it all the time, where you can add a audio sound when it starts, audio sound when it's finished, and like the way, but we build tools that we actually use. ResumeFlow.app. Someone sent me a resume. I said, did you upload it through ResumeFlow? No. Okay, then don't send it to me until you do. Do not send me your resume. Do not ask me about your resume until you have uploaded it to ResumeFlow. And then we can talk about what ResumeFlow analysis is, and then I can look at it. All right. So ResumeFlow or nothing. ResumeFlow could help you out with that. And we're going to be adding some more features that's going to give you some more direct feedback on what to do to make it more exciting. But if you don't upload it now, I'm not looking at it. I'm just letting you know.
I'm just being honest.
I'm just being honest, right? Because I don't care about your resume like that. Your trash is not my treasure. Okay. Your trashy resume is not my treasure. So upload it to ResumeFlow first. If you do, then helps you get your goals sorted, your long-term goals, your short-term goals, your daily goals to help you accomplish your long-term goals. We build things of value. All right. So let's go over to, let me go pull up. So I'm going to pull up the plugin, right? Let me pull it out. Pause. All right. So I'm just going to pull up the plugin over here. And we are going to go over to the screen, and I'm going to pull up a YouTube video. Let me see what I can find. Let's go with, let's go with this. I don't know. Let's go with this one. Let's use Kevin O'Leary. So I have where'd it go? Okay. I have so this is the plugin right here, right? I have let's go ahead and add an additional one because I need those for today. So it adds this one, or let's see, okay, so we can take this, paste that in here, right? And you see we have the u2.be URL. We are going to load that. Or let's do fetch title first, right? We have here. And then which you're not going to see. Well, you're not going to see well, I can do it like this, right? So we load. And now if I switch to the YouTube, then you can see the Kevin O'Leary Fox Business video, right? So that one works. Let's try a shorts URL. Let me go find a short. Let me go to my channel and we go to shorts and we can use, let's use this Jeff Bezos one, copy link address. And then if we go here, so you see the shorts URL, fetch title, boom, that works. And then load. And now if we go back to over here, and now we have the short URL loaded, right? And lastly, let's try with a live stream. Let's try with a live stream. We will, I wonder what would happen with a live that's happening right now. But let's take this live stream from last week of mine, and we are gonna go back to over here. And I couldn't really reproduce it last time, but what was happening was when you have a really long title, what it was doing was it was expanding inside of here, right? So now a scroll bar would be added in here to scroll to the left, to the right. Now it just keeps the size, like it matches the size of like whatever you resize it to and to here. So they both stay consistent. And if it fits in here, it's going to be like that. Oops. And then if we were to do, so we have the title and we do load, and now we go back over here and we have the live stream that we have here. So the difference, so a few differences: shared URL can take the regular URL. So, and you know, as we see additional opportunities, we will take care of that as well. But for now, the plugin is completed. So let me show the code actually. Yeah, it's gonna be really quick, but a couple of things that happened was I had to do some fixing myself. I didn't necessarily write any of the code myself, but I had to organize it myself because when I got it to work for Windows for Rod Brown and Junior to be able to use it, it broke it for Mac, right? And then when I fixed it for Mac, it broke it for Windows. So I had to organize. So I said, you know what? Although there are some things that I am duplicating, which I can always go back and extract the same things over. I just put inside of in the C# code. I just put, let me go and open that up real quick. C line, show you guys real quick, and then we'll call that a quits. All right. So opening up CLion. So basically, what I ended up doing was, let's close that out. I also added my name all over the plugin. My name is I am all up in your plugin, right? So let's go to, so what I did was I said everything that worked for Apple on the Mac to be able to install it, it's inside this if statement right here, right? So everything for Apple is in here, and everything for Windows that allowed it to work is in here, right? So that was the easiest way to separate the two. There's some stuff that I can probably extract, possibly like this thing right here, but I'll worry about that at another date and time, because right now it is working as Junior confirmed. It's working on Windows and it is working on the Mac. So here's what I did. So inside on the Mac, I have it to say, it's on the other computer. So when Junior was installing, he probably saw it, but it would say YouTube video share. So you see, I just pulled in the latest changes that I did on the Windows computer to see it work. But OBS YouTube video share by Techotrav, YouTube video share by Techotrav. And then I have the same thing for on the Mac. So if I go in and try to install this plugin, I'm just going to open it just so you can see it, but I'm not going to go through the installation because it's already installed. But if I do open an associated app, and if I go and pull this up over here, it will say install OBS YouTube video share by Tech Coach Ralph. And then, and inside the plugin manager, it says OBS YouTube video share by Tech Coach Ralph. Yep. I'm all up in yo plugin, all right? Because guess what? If I'm giving you this for free, for the free 99, then you are going to know who created it, who built it, who distributed it, right? One man army right here. One man army. That's how we do it. That is how we win.
Let's get it.
All right. So, but yeah, that's what I wanted to share. I'm gonna do Linux. If there's someone who's interested in the Linux, me building it for Linux, let me know and I'll figure out how to do that. But I don't know anybody who uses Linux, OBS Linux. I don't know a few people who use OBS. So if you want it in Linux, let me know and I'll make it happen. I will make it happen for you. All right. That's it. That is it for that. Let me take a look at the chat before we get into our work for today. Let me see. Where is it? All right. So Junior said, just tested the copy URL does work as well as the website URL. I'm telling you. My friends, they said, oh, this part doesn't work. I'm like, oh, that's a good point. Let's get it to work. And oh, one more thing I want to show you. Right? Because this is important. This is important. So documentation. So we're going to go and take a look at, here's what I did. GitHub. And I'll show you the next thing that I'm going to do is if we go over to here and we take a look at OBS YouTube. So I updated the README file. Hold on 1 second. What? Here? Okay. What? Oh, I know why. Hold on. There we go. So that's right. So I have to fix it in both spots. Let me fix this to screen. Okay. And on the vertical, we're going to go to that. And screen share. We can have our documentation. So basic, and this is very important. And I didn't mention this on the video for tomorrow, but this is very important that in your GitHub repositories, did I mention it? I don't know, but you want to have a clear README file of what is the purpose of whatever you're building. And so what is it? The features, the technical overview, what it uses, how to build it, right? On Mac, on Windows. I added this right here because this is the command that I use to go fast and build it. I had separated it out because the thing is, I was getting conflicting instructions to build it prompt to prompt. And so this is the one that I know works. So this is the one that I use. And then this is how to do it in Windows, which I don't actually, I use CLion to build this in Windows. So I don't know how, I have to go back and try this manually to see how accurate that's going to be. URL, but this repo isn't shared with anybody, so I can do that on my own time. But yeah, that's everything. That is, so this is, and then I add here, but you would want to have a nicely structured README file, one of the assets, right? Publish your first package, stuff like that, so that new releases, so that when we have a new version, it is going to populate over there and you get these positions. Focus on AI, focus on the deliverables, the outcomes, the wins, the struggles. How did you struggle? How did you overcome those struggles? How did you win? Right? More to share tomorrow in Candid Conversation, okay? What's up, my guy, Rod Brown? How are you today? The one and only beloved is in the building. By the way, Rod Brown, I sent you the latest version of the plugin, version 1, that you can use live stream URLs, you can use short URLs, you can use share URLs, and you can use regular URLs. All of those should work. And the width thing that you were talking about that you reported, that should not happen anymore for the OBS YouTube plugin. And like I showed you earlier today, my name is all up in your plugin. Pause. All right. So let's get to work. Let's get to our very, very first segment of work for today. All right.
It's time to
All right, let me close down old software that we don't need T-Line anymore. Let me go and pull up Android Studio. And guess what? I was watching something on Prime yesterday, and you know how they have those advertisements on Prime? I saw that they were marketing the Google Pixel Fold. I was like, what? Are you serious? Because I've had the plugin, or not the plugin, the emulator for the Pixel Fold for like a year now, but I didn't know they were actually gonna come out with it. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So I said, you know what, today I'm gonna use the Pixel Fold as my emulator, right? If I can't have the actual phone, I can at least emulate having the, emulate till you make it. Is that a new saying? Is that a new saying? Emulate till you make it, right? So we need to get our keys from Amazon, because I deleted it after the show last time because I keep exposing myself. All right. We need to get new keys, and then we need to put them in. But one of the issues that I'm having is that there's too many places to place these keys. So I am going to say, I'm going to ask Kilo about my key placement. I feel like there are too many places that I need to enter in my AWS key and secret. Is there a way to consolidate the different environment, the different .env files that all need the same AWS keys, right? So that is my question. And while that's happening, I'm going to go jump into AWS, get my keys. And let me see. Kilo Code wants to search for AWS Key ID and AWS Access Secret Access Key, all right? And let me go create an access key. I understand. And then once we actually get this working in a good spot, I am going to get the keys the right way, protected and everything like that. The right permissions. It's definitely not going to be a root key, because that is a big no-no. Okay. But for the time being, to get all this to work, that's like that. And that's part of the build process. Okay. You get it to work, then you make it better, and then you make it safe, right? So before you deploy anything to anyone, get it to work, you get it to work better, and then you make sure that you are not having any leakage. Yes, you're not having any leakage. It's not good. It's not a good thing. It is not a good thing. Memory leaks, key leaks, all those are bad. All of those are bad. All right. Creating a consolidation script or strategy for environment variables. Okay. Verify the solution with the user. Okay. Let's see what you got for me. What you got for me? Let me see. So I got my keys ready. Create a console. All right. Update root.env with correct AWS keys and Supabase variables. Remove redundant env. Create symlink to root. I am curious to see, what is this symlink? All right, removing redundant environment files. What is it? So it's deleting the ones that were inside of the Supabase location. So remove. So basically what it's doing right here is saying, zoom in on this? Nope. It says remove app.env, Supabase functions.env. Wasn't there some stuff in there that was necessary though? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. No. YOLO. Let's find out what happens. All right. So list app.env. Okay, let's see what happens. Git check ignore. Okay. And then we shouldn't have to worry about it in all these other locations. And I don't think there's any other keys that we're using. So for now, there will be more in the future. Like when we have to put in our API key. Maybe we can do all that from the root. I don't know. ls-a LA Supabase. All right, let's see. So basically, I'm guessing the symlink is going to say use a .env file from all right, so created a symbolic link from app.env and Supabase function.env pointing to the root. Let's see what that is. If we go to app.env, hold on. How does that work? What is so it just links to the main one? All right, so if I go over to, let's say we close this, we close that, we close that. So inside of Supabase, we should have inside of functions. Oh wait, there's one in here. Is that a symlink as well? Yeah, but that's a symlink right there. There goes the symlink right there. I wonder how that works. So, all right, so in here, let me see if I can avoid exposing my keys today. Probably not. Let me just drag this over to here. And I am going to copy that. And copy that. And if I was to, let me just close everything, close all tabs, and I open here, okay, so right now I open the main.env, I see my new stuff in there, and I do this, and I do the one that's inside the functions. I see the old one actually. I don't know how a symlink actually works. Let me go into the app folder. I see the old one as well. I don't know. I don't know. So let me go into here. Now you need to update when, so if so I'm going to do ask with a symlink. If I open the file inside the functions folder for Supabase or inside the app folder, should I see the updated keys from the .env file in the root folder? Because that's not what I see right now, so that's why I'm wondering. Okay. Thought you would know that without having to look at it, but okay. We can do that. Let's see. I mean, you shouldn't have to look at the files to see that. Well, there it did it again. It did it again. Exposed my keys. Yep. That's not what I saw. I don't know. Oh, it got updated. Okay, cool. All right. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll just have to delete these again. I was trying to avoid having to delete again, but Keto said, nope, I'm gonna expose you. All right. So we have that. We are going to stop on the device. We're going to kick it off again. Let's close that off for now. And we're going to get the app running on the Pixel Fold. And I'm already logged in. No sessions yet. So we are going to record, or we're going to, we got to log in. Let's go with, hopefully this one works. What did I log in with last time? Test4@test.com. Let's make this bigger. And password is test 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's test 3. I always have this issue, don't I? Hold on. Where's my, or maybe just test. I'm sorry. I create, oh, wait a second. This thing is so, oh, this thing is so annoying. I don't know what that thing is. That's always, all right, whatever. Let's start a new session. We are looking for our speech analysis to see if it's accurately calculating the filler words, the words per minute, all of that good stuff that's going to be sent to transcribe. And then we're going to get back our analysis and we're going to see what we can build going from there to see how this app is doing and what are our next steps. Okay. Let's do analyze, uploading to S3, error. Let me see. Why do we have an error? Uploaded to AWS S3, M4A. We did that last time. Auth retriable fetch. Access token is expired and refreshing. Aborting. What? What does that mean? So that did not work. I think this is the error that we got last time, but I'm not sure where it's failing at. So I'm going to copy this code. Let's go up until we got this error over here. And we're going to go to Kilo. And we are going to say debug mode. I was doing an analysis of error after uploading to where that error is coming from though. Let's see what this is all about. And we are going to okay, I think this is where we got stuck last time. Then verify Supabase auth token, apply fix. Okay. So is this a Supabase issue? Let's see. So analyze local Supabase setup, Docker files, check Supabase migration for auth schema updates, verify auth Supabase auth go true version in Docker, diagnose missing name refresh token HMAC. All right, Docker PS. Why can't you run Docker PS? That's weird. Docker command not found, bin sh. Should have found that, I would suppose. I would like to know what's causing that though. And it's not even getting to the transcribe part. So let me take a look at Supabase. If I go to Edge Functions, Let's see. Is it actually reading it? All right. So diagnose the missing destination. Check dev. I don't know, because it was working before perfectly fine. So I don't know why all of a sudden it's acting up. Recordings. There's nothing in there. Users. Default project. I am debating stopping it and bringing it back up. I might stop Supabase because there is nothing inside of the all right, let's reject doing this, and I'm going to open up a terminal, and we are going to do pwd cd. We are in studio, and we are in studio projects, speak precisely, ls. We have all right, cd Supabase. I thought I told you to stop. What are you doing? I've diagnosed the issue. The Supabase auth service GoTrue is running a newer version that expects a refresh token column in the auth sessions table, but your database schema is missing it. This often happens when the Docker image is updated, but the database migration hasn't applied yet. To fix this, you need to run the following SQL command against your database. Alter table auth sessions, add column if not exists. Okay, create a SQL file, explain how to, so all right, let's copy this file right here. So let's see if we can do that. Let's go, before we go and stop anything, let's go over to here, and we're gonna go to SQL editor, and we're gonna paste this. So we're gonna say run must be owner of table sessions. Okay, and I'm not, or is that what you're trying to tell me? I am not the owner of table sessions. Let's see, update available. Let's see, brew up. Let's do that. Let's do brew upgrade Supabase. Oh, we're kind of pretty behind. So let's do that. So let's go over to our terminal, and we're gonna do npx Supabase stop, and need to install the following packages. Yes. I think that would be more on the stop than the start, but I'll take it. Local data are backed up to Docker volume. Use Docker to show them. Okay, so now we're gonna do npx Supabase upgrade. Or upgrade Supabase, or I don't know. Let's try it the other way. All right, let's see, what is the command that I should do? Let's see what command to upgrade Supabase if using npx. When running, there's no specific upgrade command because npx always fetches the use and uses the latest available version. Okay, so I guess that should be fine. If installed,
Lunch break.
all right, so it says if you install it as a project dependency, then we could use npm upgrade. So if we go over here and we go to npm update Supabase, I don't think we did a save dev either way. Up to date in 241 milliseconds. All right, so let's do, if we do npm or NPX start super base. What? Oh, NPX super base start. There we go. Oh, it's pulling the image. All right, perfect. So it is a perfect time for break because it is pulling the latest version of the image. So we should be good at that point once we come back. All right. So I think that's the issue that we ran into last time as well. So we are at break. Let me see if there's anything in the chat. If not, we will get to our first topic of discussion. Let me see. Rod Brown says, "Hey yo, what up, my guy Rod Brown?" Rod Brown says, "I found out that Google is giving anyone with a custom Gmail business email access to a custom Gmail business email access to the paid version of Gemini. I noticed when I was managing my client's email." Interesting. Custom business email. I know I have Google Workspace and I also have Google Gemini. I wonder if I can consolidate those two. I don't know. Because yeah, I should be. I wonder if I can consolidate the two into one price because it's a lot. Actually, no, there are a couple of different things that are involved. I have to look into that. I'm going to look into that. Thanks for letting me know. That is definitely something to look into. All right, we are going to jump to our first topic for today. It's Google Workspace. Interesting. I'm going to look into that because I have Gemini with a paid Gmail. I think I have a paid Gmail because that's how I'm able to use my scheduling and stuff like that. Okay. I will look into that. Thank you, Rod Brown. All right, so let's go over to, I'm going to use my nifty plugin to do this. We're going to go over to Miami self-driving robots popular for food delivery. Where's my plugin? Where am I plugin at? Let's go. Let's do it. So let's take a listen and get some feedback on this.
You can find them swerving on the sidewalk in different parts of Miami and Fort Lauderdale. These AI-operated self-driving delivery robots have become quite the topic of conversation for people working and living in those areas. But how do they work? How do they know where to go? And how do people really feel about them? CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister joins us from Brickell tonight and answers all those questions.
Surf Robotics deployed its first fleet of 5 robots in the city of Miami back in February, and now there are hundreds of them roaming the streets and the sidewalks. They're the delivery drivers.
How do you feel about having to share the sidewalks with the robots? How do you feel about that? Right now, they might be delivering food. What else are they going to be delivering in the near distant future? I can only imagine. Now, because it's always been said you have to look up when you're walking, but now you have to look down because you might run into one of these little robots. Also, knowing Miami, right? Knowing Miami, what's to stop some of our delinquents from stealing these robots? I mean, you can just pick it up, I suppose, right? I'm sure it has GPS and stuff like that, but you know how that goes. They steal cars with GPS in them, you know? So how do you feel about sharing the sidewalks with these delivery robots?
Drivers who don't say much when they drop off your food. But despite their lack of conversational skills, these self-driving robots are taking over the streets of Miami.
I find them a little bit annoying, inconvenient.
I like the robots because if you didn't have the robots, you would have a million bicycle riders from Grubhub.
Serve Robotics is one of.
She makes an interesting point. As you notice, right, the other young lady, she just didn't like it, but she didn't really give a reason why, which is how most people are nowadays. They don't like something, but they don't have an actual reason for not liking it. They just, because it's different, It's just different. It's not quote unquote human, right? And I have an interesting thought about this at the end as well.
One of the companies providing their AI-operated self-driving delivery robots for service in South Florida.
Everything is fully integrated through the Uber Eats app. Once you get to the checkout page of the merchant, there is a toggle that as the consumer you have the power to turn on or off. If you leave it on, then you have the possibility of getting matched with a robot for your delivery. If you are someone that tips in advance, once you get that robot delivery, you do get that tip refunded to you.
And there's no one operating these robots. They get around on their own.
It is the computer on board, the AI making the driving decisions. So again, it's taking data from all of its different sensors. It's 5 cameras, it's LiDAR. All of these different sensors are providing it that safe path to traverse throughout the city.
These robots operate on the sidewalks, can cross streets, and typically travel 3 to 5 miles per hour. They only deliver to places that are no more than 1.25 miles from the restaurant. Merchants like Rice Mediterranean say the robots have boosted their business substantially.
It's a lot.
And that's all that matters right there. That is all that matters. That young lady, I don't like it. The business owners is what matters. He said that these robots have boosted his business significantly. Guess what? You don't have to deal with people, all types of people. Let's put it like that. All types of people showing up to your restaurant, sitting up, taking up space, talking and all that stuff. Because when I've gone to pick up some food orders before for myself, and then the Uber delivery drivers, they're like, or the Uber Eats delivery drivers, the whatever other DoorDash or whatever, they're rushing the business. They can be sitting. They can be having like not very business professional attire, not like a suit or anything like that, but they be showing up all types of ways. And with these robots, you don't have to worry about talking to them and them rushing you. They show up, you put the food in there, and it takes it off. And guess what? For the user nowadays, you shouldn't have to worry about the robot getting lost. It probably has a way to keep your food hot or cold. And like, they refunded the tip. They refunded the tip. Yup. They refunded the tip.
More than 100 orders daily.
More than 100 days.
Yes. The robot is easy. Don't talk. Give her the food and they take the food.
That thing is pretty big. I didn't think it was that big. That thing is huge.
Once the merchant loads the food into the robot, the door locks and it's on its way to its destination. The person who orders it gets a notification on their phone to unlock it. You press the button on the robot and then dinner is served. Got my dinner for tonight. Yay, and it's so warm. The serve robot.
That was so fake. Nobody says I got my dinner for tonight. Yay. Come on now.
Operate off an 18-hour battery, and when you see them congregated together, they're still on the clock. When you see these robots just hanging out at the corner of a street, just know they aren't stuck, they're idle. They work for 12 hours a day, and they're just waiting to get the call for their next delivery. They're the delivery drivers of the future, but they're here today, despite mixed feelings about their existence.
They congest the sidewalk.
I like them. I don't think they've gotten in the way. The more robotic and new age we...
They congest the sidewalk? Get out of here. You are just looking for a reason to hate, right? Now that does displace a big industry of delivery drivers. That does displace a big industry of delivery drivers. Because let's put it like this as well. For deliveries that are greater than 1.25 miles, you need humans to take care of those deliveries, right? But for something in the near vicinity, so it's gonna work well in like highly populated areas. So like, let's say for food, like business delivery, like downtown, people who live in downtown, it's going to help them. But for like a little bit more further out places, you're still going to need the humans for now. For now.
That's just what it's going to be.
And if these robots do get stuck, there is an operator who is alerted to help them get out of that situation. And to learn more about these robots, you can check out this story on our website, cbsmiami.com. But for now, reporting and delivering from Brickell, Anna McAllister, CBS News, Miami.
She is a little bit extra. She's a little bit extra in her acting, right? But you know, it was a great video. Now, here is she hit on a very, very important point at the very end of what she was saying. If the robot gets stuck, there is a robot operator to help it out. Now, you can be all butthurt about, oh my God, these robots are taking over the jobs of the delivery drivers. But that's the same thing that the pizza delivery drivers said when Uber Eats came out, because at a time, businesses needed to pay individual delivery drivers, right? And I think for some crazy reason, pizza restaurants still have their own individual, because I'll see Marco's Pizza on the top, Papa John's and stuff like that. But now what Uber and Uber Eats did, what DoorDash did, they made delivery available for all of the businesses that couldn't afford to have a delivery driver who want to participate, right? Now, what we see here with these AI-powered delivery robots for 1.25 mile in distance is they are going to, they're using, like if they get stuck, they need a robot operator. And I've been telling you, look at where the market is going. Drone operators, now there's AI robot operators for if you're like an engineer or technician. For if something happens, you're monitoring a fleet of robots, and you probably have these robots work 12-hour shifts. The other day, we just read about this medical student in Atlanta who was crying about how it wasn't as profitable as expected to be in medical school and to drive for Lyft and Uber, because she was paying like $300 a week. $300 a week to rent a car from Lyft, I think. And now we have, it's just the beginning, because now imagine when we have the self-driving cars for delivery, for taxi and stuff like that. Who's going to be the autonomous car technicians, operators, engineers? Where is the market going? And like I said at the beginning, I don't care about what all these other people who don't want to put in the effort to do. I care about what do I have to do, and you should care what you have to do to adjust accordingly to where the market is going. That's why I listen to what Jensen Huang is saying, to what Elon Musk is saying, to what is the name of I can never remember the name of the what's her name? AMD lady. That is, I'll tell you right now, it is Lisa Su, to Mark Zuckerberg, to Sam Altman. I'm a little on the fence about Daria Modi, the Anthropic CEO, because he's a little bit doom and gloomish. Always, he hates his own product. I can't trust anybody who hates their own product. All right, I am just saying. All right, but those are the indicators that you need to say, okay, where is the market going? What are they doing? What do I need? And that's why last week I spoke about the AI agent engineer. This coming, we're going to be talking about the machine learning platform engineer, because all of this technology, it is running on the platforms that the machine learning engineers build. All right. So you have to stay focused. You have to get your mind right. All right. But that is it for this segment. let me go and check out the chat. Let's see. Info like, okay. Oh, okay. I might have that, but I might not use it. I might have the access to it, but I might not use it. So gotta think about that. Let's see. Junior says, have they gotten robbed yet? Knowing Miami? Probably. Probably. They probably tried. We could load them up with some protection though, right? Ooh, Junior, new business idea. We can build security for those robots. So maybe we can build robot security for the robot delivery, right? Or we can program how these robots can defend themselves against people who are going to be attacking them to steal the food. I mean, stealing food. I'm telling you, like, because people steal food, right? Because you'll have people will pay for their. Do they pay for the sub? I don't know. I'm thinking about at Publix if they pay for the sub in advance, or if they pay for, because I never order subs online at Publix, so I wouldn't know. But because I'll see people go to get their sub and like, oh, it's not there. Somebody took it, and that sucks. That sucks. Let me see. Very fake indeed. And it says, or have they used these bots for what? I don't think yet, Rod Brown. Also, I don't think Miami is a place that type of stuff happens with, because a lot of the rest of the United States, they would probably say thank you. Like a lot of people don't think that Miami should be part of the United States and the lifeblood of the United States, right? So, but nothing other than hurricanes, nothing bad really happens down here in Miami. Okay, so I mean, crime of course, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. They can be, but not yet. Good point. Let's see. Anything else? Nope, we're good. All right, so let's jump into another segment of work for today. Move this a little bit. All right, we're gonna jump into another segment, right? Let's go ahead and split up our next 20 minutes.
Let's go!
All right, so we have our Supabase up and running. Let's see if we have our users. I have to see about this model context protocol, how we can use that. What is Mailpit? Development tools? I don't know. So let's go to. Let me see if my users are still in there. My users are still in there. Refresh. All right, we have the latest version. So let's go ahead and try to get the app running again to see what happens. Let's go to here. Hopefully the analysis that we did will be saved, or will it? Maybe that's another feature that we have to add. Even if we didn't do the analysis, we did a recording, we should be able to save the recording. I thought we did something similar to that last time. Maybe we didn't. Let's see, where is, all right, so you see it's not there. So I'm gonna prop something real quick, right? When a user records but hasn't done an analysis yet, can we store the recording locally? And so if the, let me see, can we save / store the recording locally? So if they return to the app, they can load it back up and determine if they want to analyze or discard it. It should show under recent sessions and let the user know if it has, let the user know that that it hasn't been analyzed yet, so that they can decide if they want to analyze it or discard it. I'm actually gonna do this in a new task. Let's go to new task. Let me see, close that. New task. Let's put that as code. And we're gonna send that off. All right, so it's gonna make some changes to, or it's actually reading to see what we have already and how to make the necessary modifications so that we can get the ability to, load previous recordings that haven't been analyzed yet. Because I don't like to have to record the same thing over and over. Oh, you know what? Oh no, there's a difference. Because for the analysis to work, it has to be uploaded to S3. But if you don't click analyze, it should still save it. Okay. So what is it going to do? It is going to check transcription service, understand file handling, create local storage service to manage pending recordings, load them from JSON file, update recording model to include local file path and support local serialization, update recording page to save recording locally after stop, update recording page to accept an existing pending recording for review. Update dashboard to fetch and display pending recordings. Implement analyze flow for pending recordings. Analyze, upload, save remote, delete local. All right, so if you do analyze, it's going to upload, save remote. And if you delete local, we also need a way, because we can't save everything in S3. So a couple of things that we'll have to do in the future is have folders for the user that's going to be saving their audio, and then we'll say that audio recordings will delete after 30 days unless you specify that you want it saved, and we'll say that the user can get X amount of storage, right? And that'll be part of the package plans. So once we get to that point, we'll determine like the packages and stuff like that. What in the world? Hold on a second. Okay, that's good. Thought my vertical was looking all weird and stuff, but we're good. All right, so where is it at? Updating recording model to include local path and support local serialization. Did that. Local storage. Okay, we're there. So now we're at the update recording page to save recording locally after stop. Did that. Okay, we're at the last step now. Implement discard flow for pending recordings. Delete local. Update dashboard to fetch. Okay, and it is allegedly completed. No guarantee. All right, so that's done. Let's go ahead and stop. And we are going to run the app. Ew, what happened? Let me see. Build not. Okay, so we need to do a pub spec thingy. Did you update the pub spec? Let me see. Pub spec. I don't see pub spec open. Pub spec YAML. Let's do pub get. And did you get the UUID in there? Possibly not. So let me try run one more time. If not, then it didn't get the latest packages that it needs to be able to run it. Yep, that's what it is. So we need to probably do it ourselves, but whatever. Let's, because I could go in here and I say add in. Let me see, what do we need? UUID. So we'll say here, do I have any that are, let's say we did UUID colon. What are the versions of UUID? Let me go and take a look at that. Pub spec UUID. Let's go over here real quick and we'll go over here. And the latest version is 4.5.2. So we'll go with, I guess we'll do that. Go back over here. I'm going to do the 4.5.2 though. And we will do pub get. And we should have the UUID in here somewhere. Yep, there it goes right there. Added it. And now if we run the app again, it should start. Hopefully. Have to figure out what this invalid dep file is. But look, it looks like it's going to run though because we install the UUID. Yep. So if we go to here. All right, so let's start a new session. We are recording to see if it's going to save our version that we did not click analyze locally, and then we can load it back up, and then we can do analyze to see if it's going to upload to S3. We're also looking to see if it's going to fix the errors that we were getting earlier in regards to Supabase and the key that I was looking for. All right, so we go here. If we go to here, oh, look at that, pending analysis, right? So let's click on that. We do analyze. All right, uploading to S3. Let's see. Uh-oh. Looks like we're getting another error. Postgres invalid input syntax for something. Let's see if we get a final error. Received transcript. Oh, so it looks like, all right, so it looks like the transcription service did work. However, if we go over here, let me see. So there's two that went through. December 7th. That would be today. One at, oh, two of them? How did two of them happen? All right, so let's take a look at, okay, so let's say that we do, so I'm gonna copy this right here. Let's copy up to here, right? And I'm going to say that, I'm gonna do a new task because this is different, so. Start new task, and I'm going to say, wait a second here. Okay, so it's actually only one. So it shows two, but it's only one. I just peeked over at transcribe. So we're gonna say that the transcription completed. However, there was an error in the logs when receiving the transcript or receiving the results, which caused the app not to get to the next step. Let's do that. Let me just get rid of all of these over here. We don't need those. Let's go to that. And let's do debug to see what that's all about. Let's see. Let me see. So I wants to read multiple files, error, analyzing, recording. So basically the format that it's coming back in, it's having some issues, parsing it, looks like. I don't know what Supabase migration would have to do with that. (2025) add analysis column. Is that what did I not do that? Maybe I didn't do that. Maybe I was supposed to. Let me go and check Supabase real quick. While it's doing its thing, maybe let's go check Supabase. Let's go to database, tables, columns. That might be what it is. I don't see an analysis on that one. Add analysis. I don't see analysis column on there. That would have been for, maybe not for recordings. Let me see. Database, tables. I don't know which one that would be under. Let's do run. It's not gonna work. Let's see. You gotta use. Oh, I mean, if you use NPX. I'll tell you the version though. Where do I see the version? It is going to be somewhere around here. All right, hold on. What are you doing? I'll just do it myself. Hold on. Can I do it in here? Let me see. CDs, Supabase, or NPX, Supabase. Well, how can I find the versions of it? It's NPX find version of Supabase that I'm using. Oh, it's just NPX version, right? So NPX Supabase version 2.65. Just gonna tell it. The version of Supabase is 2.65.6. I don't think it's. Let me see. What is the issue though? Like, what is, like, if you could just tell me what the issue is, then I can fix it. If it's adding additional column, then let me add the column. I'm going to, let me see if I specify as well that it's using NPX Supabase instead of the regular Supabase, then maybe that'll make a difference. All right, so fix clarity score. So we need to do alter table. And if we take a look at, if we go back over here, fix clarity score. So let's copy this and we are going to go to here and we're going to say SQL editor. We're going to say that and we're going to say run. So that was successful. Let me see if I can find the, one for, I don't recall if I ran it or not. Where is Supabase in here? Docker, Supabase. Where, all right, so where is this file located? This is in Supabase migrations. All right, Supabase. So it's not in Docker. Supabase migrations, add analysis column. That would be alter table recordings. If column exists, it not exists, crutch words, pauses. All right, so let's go and check the recordings table. Recordings, we have clarity score, crutch words, pauses, comment on. Okay, so all right, so we have that. All right, so let's go ahead and try it again. So I'm going to stop the app, run it again. I don't know how you want to do this. Go here. Let's go here. Let's say pending analysis. Let's say analyze. It gets uploaded. No error yet. Ooh. Error analyzing recording. Insert or update on table foreign key recording user ID F key. Ooh. What does that mean? Hint null. User ID is null. All right, let's copy this message. So we actually got a clarity score, so that's good. Okay, so let's reject that. Let's cancel that, and let's terminate that. And now we're gonna say, okay, now we are getting this error after. Now we're getting this error. After the transcript has been received and parsed. Boom. So now that should get us a little bit closer. And then I think shout out to a foreign name that I can't say.
Lunch break.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Let's let this one, let's see why this is happening, and then we'll go to break. We'll review our second article. Let's see. Rod Brown, I just saw your comment. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Analyze database schema and migration to understand the foreign key constraint. Check if there's public users. All right, let's go to break, and then once that is done, we'll see what we need to do, because we got to keep the show moving. All right, so let me check the chat real quick, and we will get to our second break time topic. And the second one is a little bit controversial, and I'm curious to know, it's technology, but it's controversial technology. So I'm curious to know what you will think about that. All right, but let me see. Rod Brown hits me with, wait, he's like, oh, it's Miami. They will use those bots to move that work. You ain't lying about that, Rod Brown. Yayo. All right, M-I-A-Yo. Okay. All right. So second topic of today is going to be, have you seen these windshield barnacles, is what they're calling them? Basically, they put, I don't know, like, it looks like it's the boot that they would put on the tire, but now they're putting it on the windshield, so you cannot see to drive your car away.
How dare you?
Let's jump into it to see what in the world is going on with this. All right, so let's go over to here. Parking controversy. Do you see this? They put this big old blop on your windshield that says you cannot go. Let's see why this is happening. Let's jump into it.
Now at 11, the big story on Action News is a parking controversy involving a boot-like device that's got drivers sounding the alarm on social media. It's called a barnacle that attaches to your windshield and costs quite a bit of money to remove. Action News has investigated this practice for more than 2 years now. Action News reporter Leland Pinder is live in Northern Liberties tonight with why the...
Have you guys seen this? This is the first time that I'm hearing about this. I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw, I'm like, what in the world is that? We definitely got to talk about this technology, right? Because regardless of how you feel about it, it's still technology. The same way the boot is, this is a windshield boot. They're putting a boot through your windshield.
The story of some drivers say they're being targeted.
Well, Rick, parking here at 4th and Spring, people patronizing don't fall under current laws on towing. Nick Villalta says he parked in this lot at Spring Garden and 4th to run across the street to CVS.
Literally not even.
Drop a windshield boot on his car. You complaining?
How dare you?
What? You are in the wrong. You are in the wrong. If they say this parking lot is for patrons only, don't you park your dusty, crusty car in my parking lot and then run across the street to CVS? Go park in the CVS. Nope. I'm with it. I am with it already.
Been 5 minutes later, and I noticed the
5 minutes too damn long. Don't park in my parking. Don't park in my garage, or not my garage. Don't park in my driveway for 30 seconds if I didn't give you permission to. Talking about. Because I'm telling you, when somebody pulls into my driveway, I'm like, who the hell is that? Then they're just making a U-turn out of my business parking lot. All right.
What do they call it? Carbuncle? Barnacle. Yeah, I noticed the barnacle, on my windshield.
To get it off, $100, a fee that can reportedly fluctuate at the company's discretion.
That's it? I thought when they said it was a lot, I thought it was going to be, not that $100 isn't a lot, but guess what? If you don't park where you're not supposed to park, you ain't gonna have these problems. You ain't gonna have these problems.
People we talk to believe what's happening here is predatory and illegal.
This is a private parking lot. I get that. There is a right way and a...
Nope. Stop right there. Stop right there. This is the private parking lot. You put your car on my private property, guess what? Finders keepers, losers get parking lot windshield barnacles, all right? Bars, all right?
Wrong way.
When contacted Tuesday, the towing company CEO, Makina Harrison of Bob Sponge's Parking Enforcement Services, referred me to her lawyer. Is your client's company contracted with the Robinson Group that owns the lot for this parking enforcement here?
Yes, they are.
The 6 ABC investigative team reported on this issue in 2023. Critics say companies that bestow the barnacle are skirting the city's ticket to tow law.
The right way is to call the police and have them ticket the car. It then can also be towed.
But Mincy Stan says parkers are exploiting that knowledge, despite signage, hoping to be in and out before police or the PPA can arrive.
We've all done that, but...
That must be a law for, where is this place from? This is, I don't know where this is located, but you don't need to get a ticket to get a boot. You don't need to get it, you don't need to get a ticket tow away zone. It doesn't say, hold on, let me check down here. Let's go over here, right? In South Florida, do you need a ticket to get towed if your car is parked in a tow away zone? Because I don't remember if my car has ever been towed before. A ticket is not required before a vehicle is towed from private property tow away zone if the proper signage requirements are met. All right, so you can miss me with it. Where after we find out where this is located, then I'm gonna look them up because I don't know what they talking about. I don't know what they talking about.
It doesn't mean that it's right, and it doesn't mean that the people who own these private lots don't have rights.
The city discussed regulating or banning barnacles in late 2023. Tuesday night, I was unable.
I was the company who has these parking barnacles. I would be like, all right, city, I know you guys are in a budget deficit. whatever amount of money we collect from our parking lot barnacles, we're gonna give you 20%. On 20%, you don't gotta do nothing, and you get 20%. So that means if we put 100 barnacles on for the night, and they're about $100 per barnacle, that's $10,000 for that night. You get $2,000 and you ain't have to do nothing. You have to do nothing. And this is gonna be like, sounds good to me. Sounds, because y'all don't want to pay your taxes in the first place. You guys don't want to pay your taxes in the first place. And the city's gonna be like, oh, now you gotta stop this. Give me a break here.
Now, I did check with Philadelphia police tonight, though, and they tell me that towing companies are not authorized to immobilize vehicles and demand payment. Officers must issue a citation before any tow or boot. Muncie, though, maintains the barnacle is not illegal. Real live here in Northern Liberties, Leland Pinder, Channel 6, Action News. Rick?
All right,
So what do you think about this? In at least in South Florida, maybe in Philadelphia they can't do it, but at least in South Florida, if you park and you know who gets towed the most? Clubbers, people who go to the club and they park where they're not supposed to park, or they're they were dancing like Rod Brown all up in the club. You know how the way that Rod Brown likes to dance on his streams, they're all dancing and stuff like that, and they didn't see that their parking time ran out. They show up and their car is gone. They're like, has it been stolen? Nope. It's been towed. You have to go and look for the tow sign, and they call like, do you guys have my car? And like, oh yeah, we got your car. How much is it going to be get it out? Oh, about a good $250. Or they could put a windshield barnacle or a boot on your car, and you pay $7,500 and you get your car right then, right there. Right? So let me check Philadelphia real quick. The city of brotherly love in Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, do you need a ticket to get towed if your car is parked in? So in Philly, you do need, if your car is parked in Philadelphia, for public street parking, your car can be towed from a towaway zone without a ticket first. Do you need a ticket to get towed if your car is parked in a towaway zone? Yes. In Philadelphia, for public street parking, your car can be towed from a towaway zone without a ticket first, especially if it's properly posted zone, like for rush hour traffic. But the ticket to tow law requires private companies to issue a ticket before towing. Private companies issue what? Meaning police contracted or PPA tows often happen with immediate ticketing or relocation. So, all right. However, police PPA have discretion for hazards or blocking, and repeat offenders 5 tickets plus get towed regardless. So always checking signage, designated tow zones, public. Okay, what about if it's private though? Because I'll be damned if I have a private property and I need a ticket. You know what? I would just put like you need a key card to enter, because I would be damned if you think that you're gonna come on my private property and you're gonna park your dusty, crusty car in my parking lot for 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15. Miss me with that. You can miss me with that. Nope. Let me see. And then if your car is busted and then now people trying to get in and now your car won't even start to get out, and now I have to help you, give you a jump to get out of my parking lot, get the hell out of here. Nope, not happening. If your car is parked in a private business lot. Let's see if that changes anything. A car in a private lot generally needs a ticket first by an official. All right. Never move to Philadelphia. That is crazy. So that means you take your junk and you put it on my property, and now I need a ticket. I need to have you evicted from my parking lot. Yeah, I'll be in South Florida forever. Nope. I ain't having it. More windshield barnacles, tire boots, all that. And I'll offer the city 20%. Well, I'm gonna. All right. I take that back. I'm gonna offer 10%. And let's negotiate, right? I'm open to negotiation, all right? So that is my thoughts on the whole ordeal. let's jump into the chat before we get back to our last segment of work for today. Let's see. Next, don't park where you don't belong. Like, right? Like, for me, like, I am very, very meticulous where I park. I look for the signs that, oh, no parking here. Like, I ain't parking there. It was only 30 seconds. 30 seconds too long. Stay in your place. Wait, oh my goodness. Stop the show. We have my longest running channel member in the building, Manage Chaos, aka Mike. Michael Jenkins. What's up, Michael Jenkins in the building? Waiting for January for them to start up from Cover the Code. Cover the Code. With you guys, go subscribe to Cover the Code. They do amazing information, books and stuff like that. Shout out to you guys. Says, never seen that type of device before. Barnacle. I was like, what is this? Philadelphia. I don't know. I guess that's that brotherly love. And Junior says, that's extortion from the city. No thanks. What part is it? Like, what part is the extortion? I missed it. So get them all towed and they'll have to pay more. Win-win for them. Right? But the thing is with the tow, right? It's just more work. Like, and you could, like, let's say you load up a truck. Well, let's say you load up a truck with like 100 barnacles and just go driving around. Oh, bad, boom, bad, boom, bad, boom. Because if you have to tow a bunch of cars, you're not gonna. So you can make a lot more money with the barnacles and the boots than you can make with the towing, right? So I would probably go with the barnacles first so I can get my money up. You know, I'm just saying. Mike says, "Yo, what's good?" Says, "Yeah, we will be back in January." Say hello to your co-host, Angela, for me. Say, I will be tuning in once you guys are back. Shout out to you guys. All right, let's jump into our last working segment for tonight. Then we're going to get into the delivery drones because we spoke about the delivery robots. We spoke about the parking barnacle or the windshield barnacles. Then we have the delivery drones. Let's jump into our last segment.
It's time to do.
Okay, so let's see what we got going on over here. Let's say ask users to confirm regarding public users, auth users. All right, let's see what's going on. Create a migration script. All right, so I've diagnosed the issue. The error insert or update on table recording violates foreign key constraints, indicates that the recording table is referencing public users table, but the application is using users from auth users. Since the public users appear to be empty or not in sync with auth users, the insert fails. Do you want me to update the database schema to reference auth users directly, recommended for Supabase, or should it implement a trigger? I would say use update schema to reference auth users. That's going to be better. I don't want to have managing too many users in too many different places. From my other projects using Supabase, they always reference the auth users. So let's do it with that. So basically it's going to create a script for us, and then we're going to take that into Supabase to do the implementation. I'm really bothered by, like, while this is happening, I am really bothered by that whole parking barnacle thing. It's not fair. What's not fair? See, you were not fair first. I'm sorry. I should focus, right? But what's not fair What's not fair first is that you brought your stuff onto my property without my permission. And now you're talking about fairness. You were first not being fair, right? So now whatever consequences you have for your lack of fairness, it's on you, right? So that's just how I feel about it. That is just how I feel about it, all right? I'm sorry. I apologize. Create migration script, remove debug logs. I have fixed the foreign key constraints by creating a new migration file. Drops the incorrect foreign key constraints on recordings, crush words, add new foreign key. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and take that. And we're going to go over to Supabase. And we are going to go to SQL editor. We're going to drop that in there and we're going to say run. and it is successful. So now we're going to go back over here. We are going to stop the application. We're going to run the application. By the way, Mike, I am using AWS. So I'm using, because I know like you are the king of DevOps. So I'm using AWS S3 for now to upload the files because I'm running a local Supabase for implementation. But I do have a configuration toggle that says, should I be using Supabase S3 or AWS S3? So once I have, I'm hosting my Supabase maybe like on a DigitalOcean, I'll say use my Supabase S3 because I won't have the S3 charges related for that, the AWS charges. But then we're also, I don't know if you've heard of or used Amazon Transcribe, but we're using Amazon Transcribe to analyze the speech, to transcribe it, and then we're going to be using AI to analyze our speech patterns, right? So, are we back? Did I start this? All right, so we are back up and running. Let's go ahead and choose this. And we're going to say analyze. So let's take a look at what's happening over here. Let's see, receive transcription. Okay. Is that accurate? No filler gaps. Great job recording your speech. Your pace was a bit slow. Try speaking with more energy.
How dare you?
Rude. Pace 1 word per minute. Is that accurate? I don't know if that's actually accurate. I don't have my, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Because I'm not seeing the transcription in here. Last time, previously, it was telling me the the received transcript is empty. So something's not right. So let's try it again. So maybe it didn't have let's go back. Let's start a new session. All right, we are officially recording now. We have in the chat Rod Brown, Michael Jenkins, Jr., who are helping me get all of this working, built out, and we want to see if this is actually working. If we're going to get the transcription back, because we want to have a great analysis of the speech and not to tell me that I am talking too slow, all right? So let's do analyze. Let's see what happens. It is not working. It's not working. It's not taking it because I'm not getting any transcription back. I'm not getting, okay, so it's not working. So I was about to be offended. I'm going to start a new task. Okay, so we are not, so before we do that, let me go and check in AWS to see if it's actually transcribing. So if we go here, it is, is it transcribing? Let's see the output. And the latest one would be this one. Let's see, we say open. Let's save that. Let's go here. Open with TextMate. Hello. All right, so let's see if the transcription actually went through. Oh, there is no transcript. It's not going through. Is the recording working then? All right, so now the next thing to check then is our S3 bucket. We are going to go to app input, look for the latest one. I mean, it looks like it's 51.6. It looks about right. So let's open this one, download that, And we're gonna go here. We're gonna open this up with VLC player. VLC. Don't check. And there is no audio, actually. Why is that? Why is there no audio? It's recording, but all right, so wait a second. Oh, we did have a play button. There's no audio recording. Oh, you know what it might be? All right, it might be my fault. Let me see. Microphone uses, all right, let's use that. Virtual microphone uses host audio. Virtual headset has microphone. Let's try that. Let's try that. All right, so let's say discard. Testing the recording again to see if we're actually capturing audio this time. Last time we did not capture audio, unfortunately, but I have my dear friend, Michael Jenkins, the DevOps extraordinaire. We have the beloved Brother Rodbron, and we have Junior Largy, the amazing mechanic and drone operator in the building today. Let's see if this recorded. Stop. I'm not getting any audio. Why am I not getting any audio? That was such a beautiful speech that I just gave, and it didn't get recorded. That is distasteful. All right, so what we're gonna do? Okay, so we're gonna go back to Kilo, and I'm gonna say that it doesn't seem like the sound is being recorded. When I play back the audio, it is silent. I'm not sure if my emulator is capturing the sound though. I'm gonna send this off, but let me look over here to see if I'm missing something on my sound settings. Device UI, hardware. Take record screen, transcript, virtual headset, record and playback, no, settings, phone, microphone, virtual headset plug inserted, no, I don't. Virtual microphone uses host audio input. I don't know. Because I know we did something last time to be able to capture it, but I'm not sure what it was. Let's see. Let me see. Add amplitude logging to recording process. Oh, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool if you have like a wave thingy that would tell you that it is actually capturing sound or not. Verify emulator setting. All right, so we'll see that. Yeah, that would be cool. Let's say if we can do a wavelength thing, that would tell us that we are that it's actually capturing audio. So that would be very, very useful to the user. I added logging to track recording amplitude to, and file size. Please add recording again and let me know. Specifically look for debug. All right, so amplitude shows. All right, so let's go ahead and stop this. But yeah, I'm gonna add a thing to capture the audible. Ooh, let me see. What are we missing? We are missing stream subscription. Is that a plugin that we need? Pub spec. Stream subscription? No, I don't know what that one is. Then a type not found. All right, let's copy that. I'm getting this error when trying to start up the application. Okie dokie. So let's see. Analyze logs. I'm just gonna, while we're doing that, I'm just gonna add the wave thingy to see the wave meter, I guess what's called. I don't even know what it's called, but to see that it's actually capturing audio visibly. I fixed the compilation error. Please run. Can we also add to the recording page a wave sound thing to show the user that their voice is actually being captured by the application? While we're at it, why not, right? Let's change this to code. Might as well, it doesn't hurt. Let's see, create waveform, add waveform, audio waveform visualizer, create waveform painter class, update recordings to store amplitude data, add visualizer widget to recording page UI. Cool, that's going to be helpful as well. And as you see, as we're building these things out and we run across these particular issues, because last week we actually got the sound recording and stuff like that, but as we come across these particular issues, like, oh, let's just add this feature into it so that we can make it a lot more usable and manageable for our users. All right, so now create waveform painter class. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some things that need to be imported in our pub spec. All right, so let's go and I don't know if I add it to the pub spec. Probably not. Let me try to start it again. And it's going to give me some errors, of course, but I guess not. Maybe it actually did it itself. I didn't think it was going to do it. Audio session, FL charts. Maybe it did it itself. All right. So now if we say, let's go ahead and delete this, let's delete this, let's delete that, and record testing the audio recording. I see some amplitude stuff moving. I don't see my waveforms though, so I'm not sure what happened with that. I would like to have my waveforms while I'm speaking. So it is what it is. Actually, no, recording amplitude 0.000000000. Stop. All right, so it didn't work. Good. I mean, that's a good thing because now we're able to diagnose our issues. So what was that all before? Recording amplitude. Let me see. Let me try to play this back. Nothing is playing. Okay. So we are going to, I'm going to copy. I don't know what I'm copying. There's a lot of stuff that's in here. I'm going to copy some of these. And I'm going to say that here are some of the logs. And I'm going to say that, let me go, let's go like that. Let's go like that. And send that off. Probably could have did that under debug though. Not that it really matters, but. And I didn't see I added the waveform visualizer to the recording page. Now, when you record, you will see a visual representation of audio input. If the visualizer remains flat while you speak, it confirms that the app isn't receiving any audio signal. In that case, please check the debug console. Debug reporting amplitude log I added earlier, which will show the exact decibel value being, all right. So switch codec to WAV for better compatibility. I don't know if that's the case though, like, because we were able to get it last time. I don't know. We were able to get recording last time. WAV files are going to be really, really big though. I've completed the recording configuration to use Wave, which is more universally compatible, which should resolve the silent recording issue. Updated the visualizer to correctly handle the positive decibel value we saw in the logs. So the waveform should now animate correctly while you speak. All right, let's try that. Let's stop this. Let's start it again. I don't know. I don't know if this... I'm going to ask, how can we make sure the emulator settings are correct? Because, let's see. If it records, then that means they are correct, but I don't know if that's going to happen. All right, so let's do testing the recording. I don't see any visualizations. Let's keep talking until we see more wave file stuff that's going to come through. So far, I do not see anything that's showing 0 recording amplitude. So it looks like it might be working, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's keep talking for a little bit longer to see if it drops. It is not dropping, so I'm going to stop and see if it's able to get it. Why is that so quickly? The playback is happening really, really fast. All right, so I'm going to do this. Ask, how can I, like, okay, what are the settings for the Android Studio Google emulator to make sure it is capturing sound? Let's see. Emulator, open the 3 dots, select microphone, ensure talk. Yeah, that's there. If there is a drop down, select your computer. There's not a drop down, unfortunately. Open Mac settings. Okay, so let's do this part. Open Mac settings, privacy, security, microphone, terminal, VS Code, if you launch the emulator from there. So let's go and make sure that in our settings, we have privacy and security.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
Aw. Microphone, we have it for Android Studio. I don't know why it's not getting it. Restart emulator. If you change any settings, oh. All right, what time is it? 5. All right, let's do a little bit overtime, right? Because it says that we should cold boot our device. So let's go over to how do you go cold boot? Let's close this out. Maybe if I go to, exit that. If I go to device manager and we say, what is a cold boot? Oh, let me see, stop. Let's try a cold boot now that we've enabled the audio, hopefully. I don't know. Shut it down, bring it back up. And we'll have to make a mental note of that for next time, that if we don't have the audio enabled, then it is not going to be capturing our recordings properly. A cold boot is basically powering it off and restarting it. I remember back in the days, these used to take a lot longer to actually get started. So now let's go to Pixel. Let's go here. Let me go here, make sure that we have our microphone. And all right, our microphone is inputted. Let's go and do one more recording. But it said that it was getting sound. I don't know. testing the audio recording one last time. I still don't see the waveform happening, but I see recording amplitude seems to be okay, but I don't know. It looks like it's capturing it, but I don't know. So let's stop it now. When I press play, it happens so fast. It's like it's not playing the audio file. I'm going to copy this because the playback does not seem to be happening. Okay, I'm going to say here. I don't think audio is being captured. And when I try to play it back, it starts and stops immediately. Let's go back to debug. Here is what we have in the logs. After that's done, then we will wrap it up. We cold booted, we did a lot of stuff. But for some reason, it's not capturing the audio. Maybe I'll go back to last week's video to see what it was that we did to get the audio captured. I assume that we did the same exact thing that we're doing right here, but I don't know. I don't know. Virtual headset plug inserted. Virtual headset has a microphone. I don't know what that means. Let's just put everything here like that. And we go to address the playback issue. The log showed the playback was starting immediately and stopping, which often happens when the player doesn't know which codec to use. I've updated the play recording to explicitly specify codec wave 1. Please try recording again. You should hear. Let's stop. Run. Let's do one last attempt. I wonder if I try to do a recording from previously, what would happen? If I try to play a previous recording back. If not, then we'll just do it over. But if I go here with the new codec. No, all right, let's try to record one more. Start new session. One final recording to see if this is actually going to capture. I see actual capturing of that's happening, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Let's stop. Something is under here. I can't really see what it says, but nope. Ain't happening. It ain't happening. We shall pick up on this next week. Flutter sound. We'll pick up on it next week. It is what it is. It is what it is. A little minor setback, but we will fix it. We will win. There is nothing that discourages us or stops us here on this channel because it's a process. It's a journey, and we are winning. We are winning. All right. Let me check the chat. We'll do one more story, and then I will get us up and out of here for today. All right. Let me see. Let's see. Drew said that I wouldn't give them 20%. That's extortion for me to have to pay them to leave me alone with my private property. No. I'm not talking about the business owner, right? I'm talking about the tow companies. If I was the tow company who has because the private business, they don't get any money, which I could put them into that too, you know. But the tow companies, it's not their property. They're the ones who are doing the service. But in order to have the government off my back, I'll give them a good 10%. 10%. Like, let's make a deal. You get 10% of however many, and now they will be on my side because they're going to want me to put more of these windshield barnacles on people who have done it to themselves by improperly parking on someone else's private property. So that's how I see it. That's how I see it. Let me see. It says it was a good one. Junior says heartbreaking. Let's see. It says that'll be interesting to see why it isn't accepting audio. Yeah, I don't know why. Like it's weird because last week it was working. I'm gonna go back and look at it, but I'm not worried about it. I am not worried about it. You know how we do over here. You know how we do over here, right? Last story for today is going to be: has a delivery drone delivered your Walmart order yet? I'm going to use my self-built plugin to load up the video. Let's go over to here and let's get into it. Let's get into it.
This morning, grocery delivery by drone taking flight for millions of shoppers. The world's largest retailer, Walmart, revealing here exclusively on GMA, its expanded drone delivery program starts today in Metro Atlanta in partnership with Wing.
Atlanta's that first stop in our significant expansion with them. And so we'll be heading from here to Houston, we'll be in Charlotte, we'll be in Tampa and Orlando.
Stores in Bentonville, Arkansas, and the Dallas-Fort Worth.
I thought they were already in Orlando because I think like 2 years ago, was it? Well, yeah, about 2 years ago. I saw that they had drones set up in the parking lot. Maybe not these particular drones, but I saw that they had drones set up in an Orlando parking lot. Actually, it was more like Claremont, Central Florida, but it's close to Orlando. So I thought they already had it, but maybe it's a different company. Maybe it's a different type of service.
North area already using these lightweight drones for fast grocery delivery, and some TikTokers are intrigued.
So what do you think? That's cool.
At this Walmart in Woodstock, Georgia, 12 drones sit on individual charging pads until an order comes in through the Wing app.
We'll pack it up for you, load it onto the drone, and then it's going to fly to your house in under 5 minutes.
The drones carry packages up to 2.5 pounds and fly within a 6-mile radius of a store, avoiding traffic, stop signs, and pedestrians. Popular items for delivery often include medicine, ice cream, eggs, and even a small rotisserie chicken. We give the Wing app a spin.
I have it open.
I would be a little bit nervous about a drone delivering my eggs, to be honest, but I'm liking it so far.
I have a few items I need. Let's get some eggs, tomatoes, lime, and Tylenol. And then you just add up your order, submit it, and now we wait.
Outside, we look for the delivery.
So we've been tracking our package on the app, and it gives you an actual countdown clock. I think I hear it. Oh, there it is. Look, it's here.
The drone hovers about 150 yards above the ground, then slowly lowers the package on a tether.
Wow! Success.
It's
all right. I'm sorry. I know people are going to be crying about, like, what about the delivery drivers? The delivery drivers. Yo, that is fascinating. That is super duper cool. It does add some complexity to the airways, but for the most part, they have like no-fly zones, and they're not going to be flying that high, right? It's high enough to like not hit trees and stuff like that, but not like it's going to be and guaranteed that whoever's operating the drones is going to have their license, right? I can never remember what the license number is. Junior knows it. He's going to drop it in the chat for me, but this is cool.
Just the latest example of companies trying to speed up their delivery times. Amazon unveiling Amazon Now, billed as ultra-fast delivery in 30 minutes or less. Uber Eats using robots for food delivery. DoorDash also experimenting with drones.
We're seeing more technology from robots, driverless cars, drones, and it's no longer the future's coming, the future's actually here.
And guys, this location here in Woodstock, Georgia is just one of 6 locations across Georgia that are getting that drone delivery service starting today. 4 other states will get access early next year. And then the hope is to continue expanding until this is now nationwide. Now, as for concerns about safety and privacy, the company says they do follow FAA guidelines and they don't have cameras on the drones to track people during the delivery. And their payload is pretty light. And in addition to all of that, they do have sensors sensors on these drones to make sure they're avoiding obstacles during the delivery. So in short, take a look here. The future is here, guys.
You had brought us to it. All right, Faith.
That is absolutely fascinating. And for the size of that drone, you definitely need a FAA Part 107. Shout out to my guy. I knew he was going to drop it that in there for me. Part 107 license to operate it. One thing that I was not clear about is, do they have an actual, like, do they have a drone operator for each drone? Or is the drone using AI or is the drone using AI like the delivery robots are using? So remember I was saying, we've spoken about this before. Drone operators, drones are being used to analyze electric poles, right? The cables, the electrical cables and stuff like that. They're being used for rescue missions by fire departments, lifeguards and stuff, to bring the cord, the rope to pull the person in. It's being used by the police for stakeouts and surveillance and stuff like that. It's being used by companies for deliveries. So many different options. And that's not to even mention the private businesses like for entrepreneurship, for like real estate photography, regular photography, whatever, right? Whatever you do, like there's racing drones and stuff like that. So what do we take away from all of this from today? Here's what we take away. In the Joe Rogan Experience interview for Jensen Huang, he said task-based jobs are going to be gone due to AI, but purpose-based jobs are always going to be needed. So if your task is to pick up an order and deliver it to a particular person, that might be gone. But if you are always leveling up and you're like, okay, well, if I am a delivery person, I should not be limited to one means of delivery. So if I heard 5 years ago that drones are going to be delivering stuff, maybe I should have learned how to fly drones 5 years ago and started investing in myself instead of crying on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram about, they're going to take away all the jobs. Oh no, if they're going to be using drones, let me start learning how to operate drones. Let me start learning how to operate multiple drones. Let me learn how to be a drone supervisor, a drone technician, whatever. So that now when you see these things are happening, you are already in position. Oh yeah, guess what? You don't have to pay for my Part 107 license because I already got it. I already have 5 drones. Oh, guess what? I got the software that can control 5 drones at one time, and I can monitor them, see where they're going. And I can put, okay, this drone goes here, that drone goes there, that drone goes there. Because there's still going to be a human being behind all of these robots. But if you were like, well, now I can't drive for Uber Eats or for Lyft anymore. Well, guess what? They have been telling you about this for the past 15 years that this is coming, and you said no. What you said was,
do not come.
And now they came anyways, right? And now look at you. And I think all this technology is absolutely fascinating, from the windshield barnacles to the robots in Miami to the drone delivery for Walmart, and it's going to come for a lot more companies as well. There's no traffic, there's no wait, there's no tipping. Who needs to tip a robot? All right? So you know what that means, right? You know what that means? That was a
flawless victory.
It was. And it's all your fault. All right. But it's never too late. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the resumes. We're going to talk about the resumes, the GitHubs, how to communicate in an interview, how to have that conversation instead of a interrogation. Don't walk into an interrogation. Lead, control the conversation. And then on Wednesday, we're going to be talking about machine learning platform engineer with the roadmap for it and how to get into it. What's the tech stack? Stop being the miner be the rig. That is what all of these videos has taught us today. Technology is coming. Are you going to embrace it, or are you going to sit in the corner? Or I'm gonna have to get this soundbite in the meme, right? But are you going to be sitting on the sofa like in Belly? It says, "You're gonna get yours. You're gonna get yours." No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to get theirs because there is absolutely nothing that you can do about it except for adapting. All right, but that's it. That is it for today. What a beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon show. All right, chat real quick, and we out of here. Junior says part 107. Thank you. I always forget the name because I haven't done it yet. And Rod Brown, the beloved brother Rod Brown, says all these drones are getting robbed. What? Are they? Are they? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Says, what do we take away from this? It's robbing season. Oh my goodness.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
That's terrible. That is terrible. Junior says, I'm almost halfway through that Ginseng and Rogan interview. It's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. All right. Well, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly, truly appreciate you guys for rocking with me for these past 2-ish hours. It's 2 hours and 21 minutes. 2 hours and 21 minutes. I thank you so much, and I appreciate it, allowing me to share what I'm working on with you and share my insight, my mindset, my approach. Our wins, our losses, we never lose, because guess what? In my book, there is no such thing as failure unless you stop. But it's not failure, it's just another attempt. And we have a lot of attempts until we win. Same the way with the OBS plugin, the way with this app, with the time cost calculator, anything that we've ever done. We have a lot of attempts and we learn amazingly, all right? But that's it. Junior says, great stream. Thank you so much, Junior.
I appreciate you.
But with that being said, I am out of here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Techo Trouf, we are out.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Why you looking so hard? You worried about the wrong play, man. Oh, look in the mirror. Dust. You on my page before you brush your teeth. You stuck in my gram while I'm in the streets. You worrying about my bag, worrying about my wins. You ain't worrying about your pockets looking paper thin. Look at you, man, musty, can't be trusted. Hating on my shine cause your whole life busted. You could be doing so much if you looked at you, but you rather look at me. That's the bum in you. You complaining about the work that I got in the vault, but you ain't willing to undo it. That's your own damn fault. I'm not sorry, I don't care, I don't feel no pity. You a clown in the suburbs, I'm the man of the city. You looking through my window with a greedy eye, instead of in the mirror asking who am I? You a hater, you a watch, you a non-starter. While I'm climbing up the charts, yeah, I'm going harder. Stop looking through my window. Go look inside your mirror. You worry about my downfall, that's why your vision ain't clear. You're dusty. Stop looking through my window. Go look inside your mirror. You could be winning too, bro, winning too, but you rather be a failure. I don't feel you, I don't see you, I don't hear you. You just a gnat in my ear, I just brush you off. You just mad cause I'm the boss and you looking soft. You ain't willing to do the work that I've done. I was up at 4 a.m., you was having fun. I was 72 hours fasting, getting my mind right. You was on the timeline, starting up a new fight. But the fight ain't with me, man, the fight is with yourself. You could have the same damn mind, you could have the wealth, but you rather be a critic, you rather be a troll. While I'm knocking down goals at the Super Bowl. I don't feel no pity, I don't feel remorse that you chose to stay immune while I'm a damn horse. This a race and you ain't even at the starting line. Too busy drawing pictures of my finish line. Stop looking through my window. Go look inside your mirror. You worried about my downfall, that's why your vision ain't clear. Stop looking through my window. Go look inside your mirror. You could be winning too, bro. focus is on winning. My focus is on the next chapter, just beginning. I'm too busy, man. My calendar is packed. I'm too busy building up. I'm too busy building stack. I'm coaching up the team. I'm on the match. I'm on the string. I'm building a new world. I'm living out the dream. And you were not a factor. You were not a threat. You were just a bad investment. You were bad. I'm not sorry for you. I'm not sorry for the facts that I'm out here running up the score to the max. I don't see you. You are invisible to me. Cause I'm everything you're jealous of. I'm scared of me. Real talk. If you took a little time and focus on your own success instead of on my damn downfall, you wouldn't be so dusty. Ha. Maybe you should try it if you wanna win, but you won't. Get a life, man. Stop watching mine. Go get some money.
Yeah. Finally hit that checkpoint. They said it couldn't be done, but they ain't on this road. Windows down, bass all the way up. Just ride.
All this that open road, cruise control, milestone pass. Now we aiming for the next goal. Let the bass ride, leave the hate behind. All that negativity, I just tell you no mind. It's that next phase, feeling yeah the vision's clear. All the doubt they had is fading in the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
They don't know the hours that I had to put in. All the doors they shut that I had to kick in. All the nights I missed, all the sleep I lost. They just seen it shine, they don't know the cost. Remember nights I was praying for a breakthrough, staring at the ceiling, wondering what I'm gonna do. Man, the burnout's real, had to push right through it. Had a vision in my head, I just had to stick to it. All the talk was cheap, and that noise was loud. Had to block them out, separate from the crowd. They was throwing dirt, trying to cloud the name. While I was in the lab, building out the frame. Every line of code, every hour on the stream was a brick I laid for the whole damn dream. This ain't happened overnight, this was slow cooked. Every L I took was a lesson in the textbook. Now I'm on the highway, cruising at 80. Feeling like the man, yeah, I'm feeling like maybe I was built for this, maybe it's my time. This milestone's a checkpoint, not the finish line. The bass from the 808 shaking no whip. Took a deep breath, man, I'm enjoying the trip. This is just a preview of the movie, not the end. Time to hit the gas and do it all again. Oh, this that open road, cruise control, milestone pass. Now we aiming for the next goal. Let the bass ride, leave the hate behind. All that negativity, I just pay it no mind. It's that next phase feeling, yeah, the vision's clear. All the doubt they had is fading in the rearview mirror. So I'm rolling solo, just me and my thoughts. Plotting on the next move, connecting the dots. This milestone is sweet, yeah, I'ma let it soak in. But the blueprint for the next one is already spoken. To new exist, man, the vision's panoramic. They was sleeping on the kid, now they in a panic. Trying to jump on board, trying to ride the wave. The same ones who got it, the same ones who paid. I just tip the hat, I don't hold a grudge. From where I'm sitting, man, I'm way too far above all the petty drama, all that he said, she said. I'm just focused on the profit, focused on the bread. Optimistic for the future, cause I built the past. Got the foundation solid, know this thing will last. It's that tech coach vision, it's that pioneer flow. Planted all the seeds, now I'm about to watch it grow to a whole new level, to a different height. I ain't even worried, man, the future's looking bright. It's that round midnight vibe, feeling so alive. Some folks just survive, man, I'm learning how to thrive. So I let the beat rock, fast and heavy bass, while my mind is slow, steady, winning the race. Got the plan laid out for the next 5 years. Cheers to the hustle, man, and cheers to the tear. Oh, this that open road, cruise control, milestone pass. Now we aiming for the next goal. Let the bass ride, leave the hate mind, all that negativity, I just pay it no mind.
like that. The beat ride. That nigga took you can't even catch up, man. We on a different frequency. Phase 1, complete. Phase 2, loading.